In this video, I'm going to review this fiber optic HDMI cable from DG Human. Let's get into it. So the first looks of this cable looks very promising. I really like the quality built of this HDMI module, and also the thickness of the cable is actually perfect. It's very thin comparing to the copper cables. So let me just quickly go over the features. This one supports up to 8K 60 Hz and also supports the 4K 120 Hz, which is a lot. The technology of this cable is HDMI 2.1 and it transfers the data up to 48 gigabit per second. It supports the 8-bit and 10-bit color range and also HDR. So that means you're gonna get the most natural colors when you're using this cable. So if you have a HDR TV, you might want to get one of these cables. And it's also compatible with NVIDIA RTX 30 series and Xbox Series X and PS5 and all other streaming devices. So what's good about this cable? So as I mentioned, this cable is fiber optic and supports up to 8K resolution. And since more 8K devices coming to American households, so it's going to be a future-proof product that you want to have in your home. Fiber optic is the latest technology when it comes to the HDMI cables. So if you want to compare it with the copper cable, every time you want to go more than 2 or 3 feet, you might want to go with the fiber optic cables because it reduces the latency and it transfers the data faster, so you're not going to have a drop in the signal. And if you're going to compare it with the copper cable, this is the same size that you will get with the copper cable. You see how bulky it is? So it's actually best to go with the fiber optics if you want to go to the long range, because you're going to have a better quality, you get better high speed transfer range, and also you're not going to have a drop because these modules going to transfer the video signals to light and they're going to go faster for longer period. And actually the reason behind having a fiber optic HDMI cable, it's beneficial for you if you want to use the longer range. And also the copper cables going to have an issue maintaining the 4K resolution when you want to use them for the long lengths of cable. Alright, so let's put this cable to the test and I'm going to share the result with you. So the HDMI is connected to my console. I'm testing the gaming performance and so far I couldn't notice any lag, and this cable handles the 4K 120 Hz with no issues. And also did a test on the color range and the colors are looking very natural. I'm really happy about the quality of the picture. And this is the test for the HDR, just to make sure the high dynamic range is working fine as well. So as you can see, the darkest spots are very dark and we have a good balance between the color and dark and light, so that shows this cable handles the HDR very good as well. Alright, so we saw the result. I'm actually impressed with this cable and everything is as advertised. That shows they didn't cut any corner and they delivered on what they promised. So the quality of the video was great on my 4K TV. The Dolby sound system was working perfectly and it also handles the HDR perfectly. I don't have an 8K TV to test the 8K quality, but I'm pretty sure when it handles the 4K 120 Hz, it will handle 8K very easily when I buy one of those 8K TVs. One other thing that caught my eyes with this cable was the latency. So when you play a video game with your console or you connect your PC to your TV, the latency plays a huge role when it comes to gaming. And I didn't notice any lag or latency issues with this cable. That's why I really recommend it for the gamers out there. But overall, this is a really good product if you want to upgrade your HDMI cables, and you could never go wrong with a fiber optic cable. So I 100% recommend it.